Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really tearing into a fascinating stack of sources that pull back the curtain on Hollywood. We're talking everything from, the biggest blockbusters and the iconic faces,
Right.
to some of the hidden yet absolutely crucial roles that make it all happen.
Yeah, it's a whole ecosystem.
It really is. It's a journey through the sheer scale, the intricate layers of the film industry. We're hoping to uncover some surprising insights along the way.
That's right. Our mission, really, is to extract the most insightful nuggets from these articles, filmographies, box office data, all of it. We'll try to connect the dots between, say, major franchises, individual careers, and the financial powerhouses of cinema. What's truly fascinating here, I think, is how these seemingly disparate pieces actually paint a cohesive, dynamic picture of an industry that's, well, constantly reinventing itself.
And, as I was sifting through these filmographies, what genuinely surprised me was the sheer range of some actors. Like, take Edward Norton. You see him in intense thrillers like Fight Club,
Yeah.
playing the narrator, and then the score as Jack Teller. But then he completely shifts gears, steps into the massive world of superhero films as Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk.
Right, quite a turn.
Or think about the legendary Marlon Brando. He's in the score, too, as Max. And, of course, The Godfather as Vito Corleone, that iconic performance in New York Times called brutal and shocking.
Unforgettable.
And he even turns up as Jor-El in Superman.
Yeah.
This isn't just about their personal talent, is it? I mean, what does that tell us about the demands on talent today?
Indeed, it really highlights Hollywood's evolving casting strategy, I think. That kind of versatility isn't just impressive, it offers studios a valuable hedge. Think about it. Actors who can adapt like that, they can handle diverse audience demands, different genres.
Maximizing their reach.
Exactly. Maximizing market reach and the potential return on investment across a whole slate of films. It's a strategic asset in a landscape that's always shifting. Allows for broader audience appeal.
That fluidity and talent is clearly a huge asset. But let's pivot a bit to the other side of the coin. The absolute financial power of the studios themselves.
Okay.
Our sources reveal some staggering numbers, particularly when we look at giants like Marvel Studios.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, they boast 7 of the top 7 and 9 of the top 10 highest-grossing superhero films.
It's incredible dominance.
Right, including Avengers, Endgame as the second highest-grossing film of all time. And you've got other major players, too, like DC's The Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
What do these numbers tell us about the current power dynamics in Hollywood?
Well, Marvel dominance isn't just about popular characters, though that helps. It's really a masterclass in modern intellectual property management.
Yeah.
By strategically building that interconnected cinematic universe, they've created this compounding effect.
Where each film feeds the next one.
Precisely. Generating unprecedented audience loyalty and crucially highly predictable box office returns. It's a powerful blueprint. And you see other studios now scrambling to emulate it, often with mixed results.
Right. It shows how difficult it is to replicate the exact formula.
It really does. And this concentration of power also defines the industry's focus. It influences what kinds of stories get told on the biggest stages.
It's incredible to see that level of calculated success. And ironically, it's precisely these massive, highly structured productions that rely most heavily on a legion of unsung heroes.
That's a great point.
Our sources spotlight individuals like Jorge J. Gonzalez. His filmography shows him taking on roles as varied as a Stuttgart driver in The Avengers, a Gotham Rogues fan in The Dark Knight Rises, or even a New York Times photo editor in Carol.
Wow, quite the range in smaller parts, too.
Exactly. So these are often uncredited efforts, yet they bring authenticity to even the briefest moments. It really makes you think about who truly contributes to a film, doesn't it?
Absolutely. These are not just background artists. They are essential threads in the fabric of a film's world building. You need them. For all the spectacle and star power, the verisimilitude, the believability of a blockbuster often hinges on these fleeting yet perfectly executed contributions.
Yeah.
And this raises an important question, I think, about how we define success and contribution in such a vast creative landscape.
Yeah.
Perhaps true success in film isn't solely about screen time or name recognition, but about the indispensable foundational layers that enable those marquee moments to shine. It's about building a convincing reality, no matter how small your part seems.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Well, next time you're watching a huge blockbuster, maybe one of those Marvel or DC films we mentioned, like The Avengers or The Dark Knight Rises, consider not just the famous faces, but also the Stuttgart drivers or Gotham Rogues fans, the Jorge J. Gonzalez's of the world. Their uncredited efforts are just as vital in creating those cinematic moments we remember.
Absolutely vital.
It makes you wonder what other unseen layers of skill, dedication, and maybe even strategic genius are behind the movies we love, just waiting to be noticed.